Barbarella, issue number 3. That's right, folks. We're back with Barbarella, the lady who just is great. She's great. I love this girl. Love this book. This book's really interesting. This run has surprised me in a lot of ways. It got kind of meta the past couple of issues. This one is just straight up doing a Star Trek. And I think that's pretty cool. That is how I would like this character to be written more if we're looking at like the big science fiction franchises. I'd rather Barbarella emulate Star Trek than like Star Wars or other stuff. She can hold a blaster, but it's never her first instinct to use it. That's what this character should be. So let's get into this story. There's a lot to unpack here, just setting up our next arc. So Barbarella's just floating. If the gravitational controls are off in her ship, the ship's AI is like, "What are you doing? The gravity was fine." She's like, "Oh, you wouldn't understand." It's just nice to feel like free, to have nothing burdening you, just to float by with like nothing to care about or experience. Very fun. So suddenly the ship gets a hail. It is jury choir. So the gravity's put back on. And Barbarella has to go deal with stuff. And Jury's like, "Hey, this is kind of like an emergency. Like, I'm currently being arrested on planet Metrofusion, but we're kind of linking this to something that happened on Alpha Prime. Like, it could be like an uprising going on. While I'm dealing with my stuff, we got like a distress call from Alpha Prime, and then like the planet suddenly went dark. So EarthGov would like you to investigate that." Barbarella reminds us that she already was here like 9 solar cycles ago, so she was like a part of this before. That's great. Like that's Star Trek. Like you went to a planet, you negotiated peace accords, and then you have to go back because something happened. I like that a lot. So we're headed back to this planet to see what's going on. No vacation for Barbarella or Vix. They got more work to do. Back to it. Set course for Alpha Prime. So they head there very quickly. The planet doesn't like communicate with them in any form. There's like nothing there waiting. So they land back down on like a platform next to like a big weird city full of like white and gold. It's just a beautiful place. They walk inside to like the royal room. Looks like a party was going on there. They can't explain what it is. And they're looking. There's nobody there. There's no signs of life anywhere. Maybe everybody was vaporized, is what Vix is theorizing. This is really strange. Why isn't there anybody here? But suddenly they see something in the corner of the room. Somebody hiding. This is a robot, a pleasure bot. We'll get to that in a minute here. I really like the artwork in this book. It's not going to be for everyone. I understand that. It's very fluid, and it moves a lot, and it invokes a very classic thing of science fiction. Big eyeballs for the ladies and long legs. And that is a look I find very interesting, especially for Barbarella. I like when she looks like this. It's really exciting. So this bot comes out. So they go by the name of Zetharos or just Z, and they think something happened here because of Genosis Aethera, and then that's like a place. Who is that? Something's going on. We have to figure out who or what that is. What would they do on the planet? And Z can't remember. She just remembers like she was recording some input, that things happened, and nothing's on the planet now, so she thinks they were kidnapped. And that's weird. How do you kidnap a whole planet? And she's like, "I wish I could be more helpful, but I can't remember anything. Like maybe I was infected with a virus or something. I'm not sure what that would be." Barbarella's instinct is to be like, "That is terrible. That sounds scary. Why don't you come with us and we'll get to the bottom of this?" So a really cool, sexy robot's going to come aboard the ship with Barbarella, and we'll figure out what's going on. So they start trying to trace back the course of maybe what was the last ship to leave Alpha Prime. They're trying to plot it to everything. They can't really figure out what it is. Is it Tau Ceti? Probably not. That planet doesn't have anything to do with this. We should avoid there. But there's like an unmarked star on the map. What is that? Well, it's like a planet. It's only recently discovered, so it hasn't really been charted, but it's very unofficial. So Barbarella's like, "Well, that's probably something we should look into. It's kind of suspicious. Let's go there and maybe we'll figure out what that was." That's when Barbarella is just talking to V, trying to get a sense of like what's going on. You know, who are you and what were you like doing on Alpha Prime? Like, what was like your role there? What does a wellness robot do on Alpha Prime? And V's like, well, I, do a number of functions to stimulate pleasure and sensors and increase dopamine levels. And she's like, well, Barbarella, you could use some hits of that good stuff, which is, we all know what the good stuff is. Barbarella's like, well, it's been a while since anyone's given me a demonstration. So Z's like, well, allow me to begin the process, and kisses Barbarella. And then Vix is like, hey, there's something I gotta show you. Oh my goodness, why is it every time I walk into this room, Barbarella's like doing stuff? Can we go a day without you like pleasing and just like knowing what love is? She calls it harmony. Are you ever not in harmony? Barbarella's like, would you just relax? Like, I deserve some harmony after our vacation was uprooted. And she's in bed with V. Like, so many curves, and the pillows and the blankets are overflowing in every single shot, and everyone's just like voluptuous and curvy and long hair all over the place. Like, why does a robot have like silky hair? I don't know, but I'm here for it. This is what Barbarella should be. She meets a pleasure robot and is like, I need some pleasure. And she's like, yeah, allow me to demonstrate what my services are. That's what this book should be. So that's cool. So a weird voice emerges when they get to like the cockpit of the ship. It's like, thank you for choosing to visit the home world of Genesis Ethera. You're about to land. We cannot wait to make your acquaintance. It's like, oh, that's very weird. This isn't a normal planet. This doesn't seem right. They're headed down, not sure what it is, but there is like 1,623,911 human life forms on this planet. That's like roughly the population of Alpha Prime. What is all of Alpha Prime doing on this planet? Barbarella's trying to figure it out. I'm going to carry a gun. We're going to get to the bottom of this. They leave the ship and are encountered by more beautiful women. Welcome, visitors. They're all talking in unison. Their word balloons are black with like red lettering, just putting like reefs on them, trying to be like, oh, you must be Barbarella, and you're definitely the brave sidekick, Vix. We're familiar with you from the broadcast, which is like the last arc we saw of this book. Please come with us. There's no need to carry a gun, though. Like, this is a place of hospitality and hospitality. You're gonna be good. She's like, no, I think I'm going to carry my blaster just because I don't know what's going on here. They don't like force her not to hold the gun, which I find very interesting. It's like, look, it's okay. You can see we have the citizens from Alpha Prime here. Look how much happier they are to be on our planet. Very strange. How do you uproot a whole civilization and they're happier in a strange new world? What does that mean? I guess we'll figure it out. Can't be normal. So they're going to meet like the person semi in charge, a very Star Trek thing too. You land, your search party gets off the ship. They start to see the locals. The locals are like, well, we'll take you to our leader. Who's their leader in this case? It is somebody called Armano K, and they are like a weird androgynous being with big red eyes and long black hair. And they're like, oh, Barbarella, it's so great to have you here. See, I kind of am our leader, but I serve our leader, actually. Let me tell you what was like happening and what was going on. So we get a little bit of like flashback to the last time Barbarella was here and how she negotiated like the peace accords and like had everything working out on Alpha Prime, and they were doing good. They started like setting up some technology going on through the planet that jury choir is on. So got some technology showing up, like a neuralink that you can put into your head, and it helps you with like household chores. And we see like a woman using it to, get her vacuum to go. And that's kind of fun. And this guy, Armano, is like, well, what if we could use that further? What if we could like take away thought altogether from people so they're not burdened by their ideas? So he starts to experiment, and he creates like this weird little device, and the device attaches itself to him and uses him as a vessel, and starts to realize, I can take over a whole planet and have them have the same thoughts as me in this way, because now I'm a little machine in the hand of this guy, and I don't have nothing else to think anymore. A little sentient robot took over this guy's mind, and now he's taking over a whole planet. Tell me that's not Star Trek. That's so fun. A really fun concept that works for Barbarella, because how do you shoot that problem? Do you have to fall in love with this robot and teach it a lesson? Very interesting. So immediately, Armano gets like his people to seize them and is going to lock them up. Luckily, Barbarella has her gun ready to shoot him. It's not going to work, so she's calling for the ship, calling like, hey, we need you here. Like, you got to come blast us out of here. But the ship, because it is also an AI, has been taken over, and it's like, sorry, I'm unable to assist you with that request. I suggest you submit to eternal bliss. And that's where the book ends. And like, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's so much fun. So much fun. I love the style of artwork. I love the concepts we're dealing with here. AI is a great story to take Barbarella into because you can show she's like I'm so excited about it. I don't know why. It's AI is such like this very sterile and stiff idea, and to show the power of Barbarella, she can teach a robot to love. I think that's a really fun idea, really cool, and it works for her so well. So this has been so much fun. I'm really excited to see where we go from here, where this issue is going to take us in the next one. Could be really cool. So, Barbarella, issue number 3. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.